Welcome to Vietnam is like that favorite book of yours, full of rich, colorful chapters, some well-loved and well-read, others quietly waiting to be discovered. Imagine a land that stretches from the misty mountains of the north to the emerald waters of the south, where life moves at its own rhythm, blending ancient customs with a dynamic future. This is Vietnam, a country where the past echoes through bustling city streets, and the vibrant present is alive with joy and culture. In this journey, we are not merely sightseeing. We are immersing ourselves in the soul of Vietnam, its people, its history, and its vibrant diversity. In this travel video 4K guide, we'll explore Vietnam's finest destinations, from famous landmarks to lesser-known marvels, uncovering the magic of this S-shaped country. We'll also throw in some delightful, quirky facts that show the country's unique charm. So pack your curiosity, open your heart, and let's embark on a spectacular 4K adventure through Vietnam. Did you know that Vietnam has the world's longest mosaic mural, which stretches for nearly 4 miles along a major highway in Hanoi? Or that it's a country where dragon legends are more than fairy tales. They are woven into the land itself. Let's unravel more as we journey from stunning bays to hidden highlands. Fun facts about Vietnam. Geographical diversity and culture. Vietnam is often described as an S-shaped country that stretches along the eastern edge of the Indochina Peninsula. But this simple description doesn't do justice to the vast diversity within this narrow land. Up north, you'll find places like Ho Chi Minh, where jagged peaks touch the sky and lush valleys cradle centuries-old traditions. Central Vietnam's beaches are like golden threads that adorn the coast, while the south is a giant river delta full of floating markets and mangrove swamps. It's as if Mother Nature decided to pour all her creativity into shaping this country. Let's talk about those floating markets for a moment. Can you imagine buying pineapples, fresh fish, or even a cup of hot coffee, all while sitting in a boat? In Vietnam's Mekong Delta, it's not only possible, it's a daily way of life. There's something wonderfully nostalgic about being on a river at dawn, surrounded by boats piled high with fresh produce, with vendors calling out in cheerful tones. It's these experiences that make you fall in love with Vietnam again and again. Culinary culture. Vietnamese food is a reflection of its diverse geography and cultural heritage. In Hanoi, they love their pho served hot with aromatic herbs and a broth that is simmered for hours. It's the kind of breakfast that warms you from the inside out. It's all but summer that makes for the most magical afternoon. In contrast, down south in Ho Chi Minh City, PhDs have a sweeter touch, much like the southern people themselves, whose warmth and hospitality are legendary. But if you're talking about must-try dishes, you can't skip behind me. A French-inspired baguette filled with grilled meats, pickled vegetables, and pâté, banh mi represents everything about Vietnam. It's fresh, it's bold, and it's packed with flavors. What about something more adventurous? How about trying Vietnamese egg coffee? It's sweet, frothy, and creamy, almost like a dessert, yet with a kick of caffeine to get you through a day of exploring. Cultural icons. Vietnam has so many cultural symbols that evoke different aspects of its spirit. Take the iconic conical hat, or non la, used by farmers to shield themselves from the sun. It also doubles as a handy fan, or even a basket in a pinch. It's as resourceful as the people who wear it. And have you ever seen a street packed with motorbikes to the point that it resembles a river of helmets flowing through the city? That's Vietnam. It's Vietnam, it's chaotic, and somehow it's absolutely enchanting. And let's not forget the traditional áo dai, a long tunic worn over trousers. It's a symbol of grace, elegance, and the adaptability of Vietnamese culture. You'll see it worn at festivals, weddings, and other special events. It's timeless and ever stylish, reflecting the country's deep pride in its heritage.
Bảo bác ý cho.
Vietnam is also a place of festivals. The Tet Festival, which is the Vietnamese New Year, is an explosion of color, light, and celebration. People clean their houses, prepare special foods, and decorate with kumquat trees and peach blossoms. It's a time when families come together and the streets are alive with line dances and fireworks. Mid-Autumn Festival is another favorite, especially for children who carry bright lanterns and parades and receive mooncakes. It's all about community, family, and honoring the moon. Halong Bay. Imagine a place where dragons, instead of breathing fire, spit out jewels that turned into beautiful islands. Ha Long Bay is that place. A legend says the gods sent dragons to help defend Vietnam, and the emerald waters and limestone karsts are the gifts they left behind. Whether or not you believe the legend, one thing is certain. One thing is certain, Ha Long Bay is a breathtaking wonder of the natural world. To explore Ha Long Bay, hop on a traditional junk boat and glide between the towering rock formations. Each island has its own personality. Some house hidden caves, while others boast lovely beaches perfect for an afternoon swim. And if you want a bit more adventure, kayak into the secluded lagoons, where the only sounds are your paddle slicing through the water and the distant call of birds. Cat Ba Island, the largest in the bay, offers hikes through jungles and a chance to spot the rare golden-headed langur. In every corner of Ha Long Bay, you'll find opportunities to connect with nature, either by exploring a hidden cove or simply breathing in the salty air as the sun dips behind the mountains. This is truly a destination best captured in a travel video 4K, where every shade of green and blue leaps off the screen. And if you're a lover of mysteries, don't miss Sang Sot Cave, Surprise Cave. As you walk through the enormous chambers filled with stalactites, it's easy to see why it's called Surprise. Every corner reveals a new natural masterpiece, shapes that resemble dragons, elephants, and even people, crafted by nature over millennia. Sapa. Next, we head to Sapa, a town nestled high in the mountains near Vietnam's northern border. Sapa is a gateway to a world of terraced rice fields, deep valleys, and colorful hill tribes, who have called these mountains home for generations. Oh, have you ever seen a landscape that looks like a giant green staircase reaching up to the sky? In Sapa, that's not just imagination, it's reality. The rice terraces here were carved by hand, transforming steep mountain slopes into productive farmland. They're a testament to the ingenuity of local farmers, most of whom belong to ethnic minority groups like the Hmong and Daud. Walking through these terraces feels like stepping into a storybook, where each level has a different shade of green, from the bright new shoots to the rich, deep hues of mature rice. One of the best experiences in Sapa is to hike from village to village, guided by local women who can tell you about their culture and their daily lives.
I like your umbrella. It's cool.
You might find yourself invited into a home for a meal of tang ko, a traditional stew, and rice wine, a strong drink that locals say brings warmth to the heart. The hospitality here is second to none, and it's these personal connections that make Sapa truly unforgettable. And let's not forget Van Siefen, known as the roof of Indochina. Once accessible only by a grueling trek, a cable car now takes you to the summit with ease, allowing you to look out across Vietnam, China, and Laos. It's one of those moments that make you feel on top of the world. Imagine the panoramic views, mountains upon mountains fading into the horizon, misty valleys far below. It's a scene that is simply majestic. Giang. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to explore a place so remote it feels like stepping into another era? That's Ha Giang, a province tucked away in the northernmost corner of Vietnam. Ha Giang is an adventurer's dream. Wild mountains, twisting roads, and stunning vistas that stretch to the horizon. The Ma Paileng Pass is one of the highlights of this region. It's called the King of Passes for a reason. This winding road hugs the mountainside, offering views of the Nha-Ke River below, winding its way through the deep valleys. The sense of awe you feel when standing here, looking out over the seemingly endless peaks, is something you won't easily forget. In Cha Ang, you'll also find the Dong Van Karst Plateau Geopark, a UNESCO Global Geopark that is home to some of the oldest geological formations in Asia. Picture a vast undulating sea of limestone peaks and deep valleys, dotted with terraced fields and small hamlets, where life has remained largely unchanged for centuries. This landscape, both stark and beautiful, is perfect for those seeking to get off the beaten path. Hai Giang is also home to many ethnic minority groups, each with their own customs and traditions. Visit one of the vibrant local markets, like the one in Dong Ban, and you'll see women in colorful clothing, farmers with livestock, and the cheerful bartering that is part of daily life. It's an opportunity to connect with a culture that has remained largely untouched by time. In Hanoi, Vietnam's capital, is a city where ancient and modern collide in a wonderful blend of chaos and tranquility. Start your day by sipping a cup of egg coffee by Hong Kiem Lake, watching the locals practice Tai Chi as the morning mist slowly lifts. The lake itself is shrouded in legend. They say a giant turtle once returned a magical sword to the gods beneath its still waters. Exploring Hanoi is a delight for the senses. In the old quarter, narrow streets are lined with shops selling everything from silk scarves to freshly baked banh mi. And then there's Train Street, where a railway line runs just inches away from residents' doorsteps. Twice a day, the entire street buzzes with anticipation as a train comes thundering through. Can you imagine having a train so close that you could reach out and touch it? Only in Hanoi. For a bit of peace and history, visit the Temple of Literature, Vietnam's first university dedicated to Confucius. Walk through the courtyards, past ancient trees, and feel the quiet dignity of this place, which has been educating scholars for nearly 1,000 years. And don't forget Hoa Lo Prison, often called the Hanoi Hilton. It's a poignant reminder of Vietnam's history, once holding Vietnamese revolutionaries and later American prisoners of war. Hanoi's water puppet shows are also something you should not miss. This ancient art form began as entertainment in flooded rice paddies, and today it is still performed to depict rural life, legends, and historical events. It's a magical experience, especially when set to traditional music, and a beautiful reflection of the ingenuity of Vietnam's rural communities. Here is an expanded continuation, focusing on completing the descriptions for Phong Nha Bang and beyond. This version aims to provide more richness to each of the unique locations in Vietnam. Phong Nha Bang. Did you know that Son Doong is so large it has its own weather system, with clouds forming inside its vast chambers? It's the kind of place that makes you realize just how astonishing our planet can be, where the wonders are not just above us, but also hidden beneath our feet. Beyond Sundong, Phan Takupong Yage is a spelunker's paradise. There is Paradise Cave, a wonder in its own right, with its cathedral-like caverns, stunning stalactites, and crystal-clear underground streams. As you walk through its immense halls, each illuminated stalactite looks like something from a surreal dream, and it's easy to lose track of time, simply absorbing the beauty of nature's artistry. Another must-visit site is Dark Cave, a real thrill for adventure lovers. Imagine kayaking your way through a jungle river, zip-lining across lush canopies, and then entering the pitch darkness of the cave with only a headlamp to light the way. You wade through knee-deep mud that's surprisingly warm, almost like a natural spa treatment, before taking a dip in the cool waters inside the cave. It's the kind of experience that leaves you exhilarated and a little muddy, but with a huge smile on your face. The national park is also home to rare wildlife, including species such as the sayola, sometimes called the Asian unicorn because of how elusive it is. The beauty of Phong Nha lies not only in its caves, but in the diversity of life that thrives here. A hike through the lush forest might reward you with glimpses of monkeys swinging from trees or colorful butterflies floating through the air. Phong Nha-Ke Bang feels almost otherworldly, like a secret paradise for those willing to explore beyond the usual. Hue is the former imperial capital of Vietnam, a city steeped in history, and its grand architecture speaks to the opulence of the Nguyen dynasty. Imagine a vast complex filled with ancient palaces, ceremonial gates, and winding courtyards. This is the imperial city of Hue. As you enter through the No Mon Gate, the ornate detailing is an immediate reminder of the power and craftsmanship of a time long past. Walking through the grounds, you can almost hear the footsteps of courtiers, the sound of gongs, and the whispers of royal secrets echoing in the corridors. No visit to Hue would be complete without taking a leisurely dragon boat ride on the Perfume River. A legend has it that the river got its name because of the fragrant flowers that fell from upriver orchards, scenting the water with a delicate aroma. As you glide along, you pass by iconic sites like the Ten Mu Pagoda, an elegant 7-story structure that stands as a symbol of the city. Its beauty is especially stunning at sunset when the sky burns orange and gold, perfectly framing the silhouette of the pagoda. Hue's royal tombs are also worth exploring, each unique in design and steeped in symbolism. To Duke Tom is perhaps the most poetic, built to be a peaceful place where the emperor could relax in the afterlife. The vast complex, filled with lotus ponds, bridges, and tranquil pavilions, is perfect for an afternoon stroll. Here, you can sense the blend of natural and man-made beauty, a reflection of the emperor's wish for eternity. And let's not forget the royal cuisine of Hue, a culinary tradition that once served the emperors. The dishes are delicate, intricately prepared, and beautifully presented, almost like small edible works of art. Hue's imperial meals include dishes like ban bao, soft rice cakes topped with shrimp, and nem lui, fragrant grilled pork skewers served with fresh herbs and rice paper. A feast in Hue isn't just a meal, it's a journey through history and culture on a plate. The Nang and Hoi An. From the historical wonders of Hue, the journey continues to Da Nang, a vibrant coastal city that's growing by leaps and bounds. Da Nang is famous for its bridges, especially the Dragon Bridge, which breathes fire every weekend in a display that never fails to amaze. The mix of locals and tourists standing in awe as the fire shoots into the night sky is a scene filled with joy and excitement. Just a stone's throw away lies Marble Mountains, a cluster of 5 hills made of limestone and marble. Each mountain is named after one of the 5 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, and contains a maze of caves, tunnels, and Buddhist sanctuaries. Climbing up to one of the pagodas on Tucson, you're rewarded with panoramic views of the coastline, the city of Da Nang, and the lush green landscape beyond. After Da Nang, the journey slows down a bit as we enter Hoi An, one of Vietnam's most charming destinations. Hoi An feels like stepping back in time. Its ancient town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site where centuries-old architecture is beautifully preserved. The old houses, Japanese-covered bridge, and colorful temples make you feel as though you've entered a storybook. As the sun sets, the town transforms into a glowing wonderland of lanterns, their reflections shimmering in the Tu Bon River. Hoi An is also known for its tailors, where you can get a custom-made suit or dress tailored in just a day. The craftsmanship and speed are impressive, and taking home a custom AO dye or suit from Hoi An feels like bringing a piece of Vietnam back with you. For foodies, Hoi An is a paradise. Cao Lao is the town's signature dish. Thick noodles with pork, greens, and a savory broth, made with water from an ancient well that's said to give the dish its unique flavor. And don't miss the white rose dumplings, delicate shrimp dumplings shaped like roses, steamed and served with fried shallots. The food in Hoi An is like the town itself, simple yet extraordinary, traditional yet full of surprises. The journey continues to Da Lat, known as the City of Eternal Spring, located high in the Central Highlands. Da Lat is Vietnam's cool escape, a place where the air is fresh, the flowers bloom year-round, and life slows down to a relaxing pace. Founded as a French hill station, Da Lat's European influences are visible in the colonial villas that line its streets, and in its charming railway station, which looks like something from a bygone era. Swan Phong Lake lies at the heart of Da Lat, surrounded by flower gardens and willow trees. Renting a swan boat and paddling around the lake is a leisurely way to soak in the town's beauty, especially in the early morning when a gentle mist still hangs over the water. For those who like a bit of adventure, There's Langbiang Mountain, where you can trek to the summit or take a jeep ride for panoramic views of the entire region. At the top, you'll see endless mountains, valleys and small villages dotted in the distance, all bathed in the soft light of the highlands. And if you're feeling whimsical, make a stop at the Crazy House, a surreal structure that's part guest house, part art installation, and all imagination. Designed by architect Dang Viet Na, the Crazy House is a maze of tree trunks, twisting staircases, and rooms that feel like they're plucked straight out of a fairy tale. It's one of those places where you're reminded that creativity knows no bounds. Dalat is also home to countless flower gardens. Roses, orchids, and hydrangeas thrive here, thanks to the ideal climate. Visiting Valley of Love, or the Flower Park, is a feast for the senses, with colors, scents, and views that make you forget all your worries. Heading southeast, we reach Mui Ne, a coastal gem known for its dramatic sand dunes. Imagine a landscape where red and white dunes rise up against a backdrop of clear blue skies. It's like being in a desert, but with the ocean just a few minutes away. The white sand dunes are particularly striking at dawn, when the first rays of sunlight turn the sands into a shimmering sea of gold. You can try sandboarding here, an exhilarating experience that will make you feel like a kid again, or hop on an ATV and zip across the dunes. The red sand dunes are smaller but no less beautiful, especially at sunset, when their reddish hue becomes even more intense. One of Mui Ne's most enchanting attractions is the Fairy Stream, a shallow creek that winds through an impressive landscape of red and white sand with limestone formations that rise up like something out of a dream. Wading through the cool waters, surrounded by striking natural colors, is a serene experience that makes you feel like you've found a hidden paradise. The fishing village of Mui Ne is also worth a visit. Watching the colorful, round boats bobbing in the water with fishermen unloading their catch offers a glimpse into the lives of those who depend on the sea. Mui Ne seafood is as fresh as it gets, whether you enjoy a grilled fish dinner at a local restaurant or simply sample a fresh coconut while gazing at the ocean. It's an experience that delights every sense. Nha Trang. Further up the coast is Nha Trang, often called the Riviera of the South China Sea for its long stretches of white sandy beaches, clear turquoise waters, and a vibrant atmosphere. If you love water activities, Nha Trang is the place to be. You can go snorkeling or scuba diving at Hon Mun Marine Protected Area, known for its colorful coral reefs and diverse marine life. If you prefer a more relaxed experience, take a boat tour of Nha Trang Bay, an excursion that takes you to nearby islands like Hon Tam and Hon Mun, where you can swim in crystal clear waters, enjoy fresh seafood, or relax on a quiet beach. For thrill seekers, Vin Pearl Land is a must-visit. This amusement park, located on an island off the coast, can be reached by a scenic cable car ride that offers breathtaking views over the entire bay, with water slides, roller coasters, and even an aquarium. It's a fun day out for all ages. For a touch of history, visit the Ponagard Sham Towers, ancient structures that date back to the 7th century. These towers, built by the Cham people, are still used today for worship, and the views from the hill they sit on are simply stunning. with the city of Nha Trang spread out below and the sea beyond. Ho Chi Minh City. Our final stop is Ho Chi Minh City, the vibrant, dynamic heart of southern Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh City, still often called Saigon by locals, is a city that never sleeps, where history and modernity coexist in a wonderful, chaotic harmony. Begin your journey at Ben Thanh Market, a bustling place filled with vendors selling everything from fragrant spices to intricate handicrafts. The lively atmosphere, filled with the sound of bargaining and the sense of sizzling street food, captures the essence of Ho Chi Minh City's bustling spirit. The War Remnants Museum is a sobering but essential visit, offering insight into Vietnam's modern history. The museum's exhibits, although sometimes heavy, provide a powerful reminder of the resilience of the Vietnamese people. Ho Chi Minh City also has a thriving modern side. Nguyen Hue Walking Street, with its glittering lights, lively crowds, and modern skyscrapers, is a great place to soak in the city's energy at night. Stop by the Saigon Sky Deck in the Bitexco Financial Tower to get a panoramic view of the city's sprawling landscape, a view that's even more spectacular when the city lights up after sunset. Vietnam is a country that never stops surprising you. From the emerald waters of Ho Long Bay to the lush rice terraces of Sapa. From the vibrant lanterns of Hoi An to the bustling streets of Ho Chi Minh City, every corner of this country offers something different and something beautiful. It's a place where history and legend intertwine, where nature's beauty is boundless, and where the people welcome you with open hearts and warm smiles. Exploring Vietnam is about more than just seeing new places. It's about experiencing new ways of life, tasting incredible food, meeting amazing people, and being part of stories that are centuries old. This travel video 4K journey captures the essence of Vietnam, a place that inspires wonder, invites adventure, and leaves you with a sense of awe at the beauty of the world. So whether you're planning a visit or just exploring from the comfort of your armchair, remember that the world is full of places waiting to be discovered, and Vietnam is one that truly deserves to be experienced in all its colorful, chaotic, and captivating glory. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this sparked even a small amount of wanderlust, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. 'Cause, as they say, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. Let's keep reading together.